Hi everyone, my name is Jason from Shisha in the UK and the Sampling Room, bringing you another episode of the Sampling Room, finally. Today I'll be doing two things. I'll be doing a little tobacco review and I'll also be talking about a trip I did not that long ago to London. Actually a cigar bar crawl slash pipe lounge crawl type thing. Right, to start off with, I'm going to start with my pipe tobacco review. Now, this is, let's have a look. Here we go. Don't know if you can see that I've actually jarred it up. Right, there you go. It is Cornell and Diehl's Exhausted Rooster. I'm smoking in my lovely pipe here. This is a Jolly Roger pipe. Let's have a look. Right, also, quick note, if anyone actually likes smoking and using, or smoking a pipe and using their matches, for example, they might want to give this little product a go. This is raw hemp wick. Now you can get in tiny little packets, don't bother with that. Get it in the, actually spend out the little bit extra money, get in a big roll like that. It just looks like a big ball of string, but it's not. It's basically, it's kind of like beeswax hemp wick. It's a wick type of thing really, and what you do, here it is here, just cut off a little bit and just light it with any old lighter. Doesn't have to be a butane one or anything, it can be anything, and it's just like a match, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than keep buying matches, and it burns like a good one as well. Right, let's have a look. Get my notes. Right, so what I did, I bought a 2 ounce tin of this. It's actually 2 ounces in total from 4 Noggins. And at the time of this video, it cost $9.84 for the tin. And the tin note says, let's have a look. It says a tasty flake of Virginia's dark fired burley and a dash of Perique, blended especially for the 2008 Chicagoland Pipe Show, which is kind of basically, yeah, it's kind of like a pipe convention they have in Chicago, in America, for all the British people that have absolutely no clue what that is, because we don't get them here. Good thing about that, oh, the bad thing about that string is you can lose it quite easily. Actually, what sometimes I do is I wrap it around my lighter. Right, so the tin note, the smell, ooh, citrus, a lot of it. When I first opened it, it's like when you have it, the storage, and then you first open it, that's a lot of lemon. I mean a massive amount, like a lemon, like kind of watered down lemon orange. Kind of like very small amount of like the roses sweets. When you smell the box of that, ever so slightly like that, kind of like the mixtures, all the different citrusy chocolates, and obviously the strawberry chocolates, all that different, like that smell, yeah. Freshly cut grass, but only a tiny amount just in the background. But yeah, the chocolate, it's like the fruity chocolates more than anything else. Yeah, quite a nice smell. Right, so this is a broken flake. It was a bit moist when you first opened it, so as soon as I put it into this, I mean the seals aren't 100% great on these, because obviously they are the orange seals, they're not the screw top ones. So I put that in there for a little bit, I left it open, obviously I locked it shut, which got it to the medium moisture, which is about right. So you've got to do that, because I did smoke when I first opened the tin. I have to admit, I didn't like it. Didn't like the tobacco one bit. Obviously it was too moist and the flavours just weren't right. You let it sit in the tin for a while and it gets a lot better. Right, nicotine strength is mild to medium for me. I mean, nicotine strength, I think I've only had 2 cigars that haven't been good for me. I mean, too strong for me in my entire life. 1 pipe tobacco, I mean, I find the strength obviously quite high, and that's it's a Samuel Gulwith one. Can't remember what it is. It's kind of like the 1882 flake without the flavouring. It's that one, I can't remember what it's called. So I find it mild to medium, not a lot in it. The flavoured, none detected. Strength of taste, about a medium. Obviously, the further you go down the bowl, it gets more intense. The room note, I found quite pleasant. I've actually come out of the room, obviously you go somewhere else in your house, then you come back in, that's pretty much how you detect it. And I found it quite pleasant. Right, taste and notes. I have to admit, I find this one quite hard because as I say, when I first had it, I thought I was ending up going to get rid of it. And I tried it this morning, and again now, I'm quite liking it. Go away cat, go away cat, go away cat. Quite a bit of that dry hay. Yeah, definitely, well, actually a lot of dry hay in that. Tiny amount of citrus. It's mostly hay. And obviously a lot of that pepper from the perique. Like a white pepper taste. Quite a bit of that, especially at the back of the throat. Quite a bit of spice in it as well. Don't know how high the perique is in this, but you do really... Actually, it's only a dash of perique, it says on the tin. But I do feel it. Oh, and by the way, this pipe is a 9mm filter, as you've seen from my previous videos. I can barely smoke a pipe now without a filter, unfortunately, because I just get tongue bite no matter what. Even if I smoke it slow, some people say, "Oh, you got to smoke it slow. You got to smoke it slow. You got to smoke it nicer. You know, you got to take, you know, more care while smoking." It's nothing to do with that. It's just I just suffer from tongue bite regardless. Don't with cigars, don't with shisha, don't with anything else. It's just pipe smoking. I get it no matter what. So I'm going to take heed with it. I tend to find though, when you're smoking with a 9mm filter, you get a purer taste. Your tongue isn't obviously scorched or whatever, and then you don't lose the flavour. Or you don't just get that burning flavour. I find it a lot better. Personal preference. So, because it is a broken flake, I don't like rubbing it out until it's like dust, like some people do. And I like to, I'll rub it, if it's a broken flake, I'll rub it out ever so slightly. And with normal flakes, I barely rub them out at all, I just tend to stuff, because why bother putting it into a flake, I think, if you're just going to destroy it. But even so, finding this one does go out a bit. Give it an ash. That's better. Citrus notes, yep, quite a bit of citrus notes in that, especially in this part of the roll. So normally, I have to admit, not a massive fan of burley. It works quite well in this. Bit of chocolate as well, bit of chocolate and a bit of a molassesy taste as well. So yeah, not a bad blend. I'd definitely recommend this to pretty much everyone, even if you're just an aromatic smoker. I think you should give this a go. So, on to the next one, next part. Now, when I went to London, I did take some photos, some videos, but I'm going to mute them all because I will explain in a bit, but there was some noise in the background in some of them, and so I'm just going to mute them all. So, obviously after we got out, so come up from the southeast, went to London. Obviously we did like a cigar bar crawl. So the first place we went to was in JJ Fox in St James's. And to be honest with you, I mean, there's a lot of cigar bars around St James's. They are pretty good. They are pretty good. A pretty good area for if you want, I mean, cigars or pipe tobacco. There's plenty of places around in St James's, so that's pretty much a good place to start anyway. So we went to JJ Fox, which what I think is one of the oldest. I think it's the oldest tobacco shop slash cigar bar, whatever you want to call it. I think in the world that's still running. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. So it has been renovated though recently. So me and my friend Ian, which if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll see him do the first duo review. It was actually of shisha, so he's in that. So so what I did, so I bought a Bolivar. I can't remember if it was either a Robusto or a Corona. Can't remember. But yeah, so I bought it for around 18 to 19 pounds. Ian had a Hoyo de Monterey, which for him, I mean, mine was obviously nice, full flavoured cigar from the start. But he took his cigar. It took about a quarter of the cigar to really get going, because he was saying to me, "Try this," because he wasn't tasting a lot, but their flavour got there eventually. And obviously, when you go into the cigar bar, or whatever you want to call it, the sampling lounge, you get free coffee, free water, and all that. Those bits and bobs. Non-alcoholic beverages for free when you buy a cigar one, and get to sit in there, a really nice lounge. So yeah, it's a really, really lush place to be. I mean, really nice, lovely surroundings, lovely comfy sofas and stuff like that. And you obviously get books to read and things like this. But unfortunately they had some works outside. It wasn't the actual place, but there was outside, and they were drilling like a good one. So unfortunately, I think that's finished now, but unfortunately there was a bit of noise there, so didn't spend too long. Now we had a look around the place and whatnot. Then we left there after we'd finished our cigar. We hit some bars and had a bit of food, all in St James's still. We went to kind of like one of these posh shops. We had a look round to like some of the posh shops in there, which was pretty cool. What else? Then we went to, a little bit later in the day, I mean this is after about an hour, 2 hours, something like that, looking around. So then we went to Diehl, the Diehl on 1A St James's, which is really nice, and I think that's been freshly renovated recently. It's had a complete facelift. That's nowhere near as big as JJ Fox, because JJ Fox, obviously they're like 3 stories. Yeah, they're 3 stories. Which the top one is the main cigar lounge, the sampling lounge. The ground floor is obviously, you've got the big shop with the you know, like the humidor in the back, and I think when there's special events, and you can kind of smoke outside of the humidor as well. And there's a downstairs area which is like their it's kind of like their cigar museum, if you will, with like the seats from Churchill, and you can see like the old ledgers, and you see the old invoices and things like that. So you see some famous people, legendary people, if you will, that were that used to go there. But the Diehl place is a lot smaller. The sampling lounge is a lot smaller, as you'll see from the videos and photos. But yeah, what did I get? I had a Cohiba Siglo from there, the new one. That's a nice cigar. Unusually slow smoke, considering it was only about this big. It took me a while to get through. It took me just as long as the Bolivar did in the previous place, if not a bit longer. So yeah, it's quite a long burner, that one. We had a nice, well, we had a really nice coffee there. They kind of, it wasn't just a help yourself situation, that was they make them for you there. Lovely service, and there was only a couple of us in this small place. I bought a tin of Diehl nightcap there from the, I've taken all, sorry, this looks crap now, but I've taken all the warning labels off here. This is the new size Diehl tin compared to Obviously how big they used to look, exactly the same amount of tobacco in it. Good old EU legislation says you has to be this much on it now. But yeah, tons of warning labels. I mean, there were the old warning labels there and there. Now they have to be all the way around there, up there, which I've taken off. Unfortunately the tin looks crap now. I also talked to the guy in Diehl. Oh crap, lost my page. Talked to the guy in Diehl about obviously the fact that Diehl tobacco is ceasing to be produced soon, unfortunately. But he kind of reassured me. He goes, look, someone else will pick it up. It's because it's just a license to make it and obviously distribute it and whatnot. He was like, I mean, this has happened before. It will happen again eventually, probably. So don't worry about it. But obviously, I've stocked up a little bit just in case. But he said, don't worry about it, because my job relies on it. He says a lot of this type of thing in Diehl brand. He goes, I'm not worried. It will get picked up again. He says there are some things in the works that I can't really say, but there are some things in the works. So, yeah. I'm saying that place was absolutely lovely. Even though we were going to do cigar bar crawl, I mean, we spent enough time in those two places. We were going to have another cigar there, but I mean, it was getting quite late as it was. It was about 4 or 5 o'clock at that point. And we did go up like some point that morning to the place. And we'd spent quite a bit of time already, obviously chilling. We weren't rushing through the cigar or anything. We did have a casual look around. We have been to a couple of bars in between. But then we went to a place called Brewdog, which was in the Brewdog Soho, which was obviously really nice, especially if you've been there and if you like your craft beers and obviously your real ales and whatnot. We went there, had plenty of beers. Again, we actually had a lot of beers there, and we had a burger, which was really nice. We chilled out there for a while. Then we went home. Well, not home, but we went back to the hotel, got ready, and went to basically got ready for the night out. We went back into Soho again, which was a cracking place to go for a night out, honestly. It's one of the places in London, I think, if not the place. It's my favourite place in London anyway to go for a night out. We went to a few cocktail bars. Some places definitely to check out. One of them called, where was it? Well, obviously, except from the typical, bars, like for beers, craft beer company. If you ever want to, if you like a good real ale craft beers, obviously there's the traditional pubs as well. There's lots of them as well. But obviously the craft beer company, which have tons of different beers on tap. The Brewdogs. There's a cocktail bar called Swift, which would be a good place to check out, especially if you like your whiskies. And I'll also include pictures of that later on as well. We went to Waxy O'Connor's, which is just another nice traditional Irish style bar with like a kind of like a tree inside. And that sounds I call it a hobbit pub because it's got so many different layers and you go up and down. And it's got good music on it as well. It's really good. Definitely got to try that place. And one place called 68 in Boston. I think that's what it's called. Really nice cocktails there as well. But yeah, we had quite plenty of cocktails. It's nearly gone now. So I mean, plenty of good places to go in London. You've definitely got to check it out. And obviously, if you, London has so many. It's like the mecca for cigars. I mean, if you really like your cigars, especially your Cuban cigars, outside of Cuba, London, that's the place to go. Is London. In the world, London. If you really like your Cuban cigars, actually, and normal cigars as well. So yeah. But if you really do kind of want to know and find out different places, there's an app. It's the Hunters and Frankow app. You'll find it on, I dare say I think it's on the Apple Store. I know it's definitely on the Android Store because I've got it. And it kind of is like a Google Maps for cigar bars. And you'll find different places around London to smoke. And you'll say if it's a cigar shop, just a normal shop without a herfing place, or say if it's got a terrace, like Manchester Street. There's one place called, I can't remember what number, it's called Manchester Street. It's the Manchester Street Hotel, or the Belgrave. Is it Belgrave? I think it's the Belgrave. Belgrave Hotel, like that. They've all got these quite famous cigar terraces with a restaurant, and they've got a humidor, and they've got obviously got the I can't remember what you call it, like kind of like the cigar sommeliers, which are, they really know their stuff as well. I mean, really know that they know how to pair it, what to pair it with, what you're drinking, what you're eating, how to pair it, stuff like that. So go on the Hunter & Franco app and obviously have a look through that, download that. Definitely a good thing to check out. So thank you very much for watching. So this has been the Exhausted Rooster. Give it time. If you buy this, you may be dismayed straight away, because I could not stand it when I first opened it. I literally thought I was either going to, you know, trade it or just dump it. That's how bad it was initially. But I do like it now. I have to admit, I was really surprised this morning. I was all ready to slate it today when I'm doing my review, but I am very, very pleased. I'm going to try and relight this again. Very pleased, actually. I really do recommend it, and I definitely recommend London as well, because it's lovely. Lovely place to go, chill out, have plenty of beers, obviously a good night out, and very, very good tobacco shops as well. So thank you very much for watching. Keep tuned. Obviously, I'm sorry that it's been about a month since I put a video up. So thank you very much for watching. Give us a thumbs up. You know, share this video. I really appreciate that, because I kind of want to spread the word for my channel a bit more. Subscribe to get more updates, to get more, videos. And near the subscribe button, you've got that little bell. Click that, and it'll give you reminders, obviously, when my new videos come out. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.